welcome back to the Save Point. It's good to see you, it's good to have you here. How are you doing today? I want to talk about Minecraft a little bit. Just an idea that came in my head. But first, you know what the Save Point is. Just a place to rest a bit before you go to yet another video or to sleep or back to work, whatever. What do you think about Minecraft? Do you like Minecraft in general? Personally, I like Minecraft, but I like the old version of Minecraft. To me, Minecraft is not the more recent Minecraft. Sure, it's the game, but it feels like a different game to what I used to play when I was younger. And that is, I think, not just because I was younger. There are objective differences in there. So I should probably start by, when do I think the game changed? I think the game changed at the beta 1.8, the last beta before the final version of Minecraft got released. When it got out of early access, out of beta, because I don't think it was called early access, I think it was just called beta. But when it came out of beta, it was a different game. People tend to separate Minecraft into two versions, so to say. Old Minecraft and modern Minecraft. And I think that's when beta 1.8 hit, because that's when it started introducing the changes you see nowadays that people are focusing on. Like an end, for example, an ending to Minecraft, which was like the opposite of what the game was aiming to be, at least up to that point. 1.7.3 was the last version of Minecraft that was considered the old Minecraft. The new version of Minecraft is beta 1.8 onwards to the present. Old Minecraft used to be a game that was intrinsically motivated by your desire to make the world what you wanted, to shape it with no other goal, because there was no goal. The entirety of the game, if you wanted to focus on progression, was to collect diamonds to make diamond equipment, and that's all. There were no bosses to fight or dungeons to explore. There was the overworld and the cave systems, and this gave rise to, I think, such a tight-knit community, because people used to come together to make their own fun out of the game. Through simplicity came the hook, right? The game was simple and people enjoyed this. I remember when I was a child, there was this server, a French server. I didn't go there, but there was a popular French Minecraft YouTuber at the time that showcased it, where people built villages, elected mayors, did a lot of social engineering of the place, architectural engineering, pushing the limits of what they could do with what they had. And this was very beautiful because it was before plugins. People used to follow no griefing rules and all this. It was quite mature. Sure, there were children playing Minecraft, but actually because it was still a very obscure game, it was mostly adults that knew what early access was, how to access it. There wasn't that much publicity about the game. But the game evolved, and when beta 1.8 hit, the adventure update, that's a bit what started to change the focus of what Minecraft was. From an intrinsically motivated where you make your own fun to more an external motivation where you try to explore structures and find loot and fight monsters. And now on the beta 1.8 they added the hunger system. I really do not like the hunger system. I think it sucks ass. I don't like it at all. Minecraft, how it was back in beta, there was no hunger, so there was no sense of urgency. You did not feel pressured or stressed to do anything. As long as you made yourself a little home, or dug a cave or something, you could just exist. And personally, I think that this was very therapeutic, not having to worry about running out of food and like losing health because my food bar was empty. You could feel at peace. You could enter a sort of flow. There was no limit to what you could do, right? Now with the hunger bar, how it works, I think how it works at least. Anything that you do does deplete the hunger. Breaking blocks, running, jumping. Do you understand a bit of the difference there? Now suddenly you have to worry about food. You have to make a farm. You have to kill mobs to get something to eat. You have to cook it. You have to create. You have to create a food supply that would be a replenishable food supply. And always need to carry some with you. If you were mining a long time, you would need to remind yourself to eat here and there because mining does deplete it. Suddenly it loses a bit of that inner peace, I think, that you could feel, because now you have one more thing to worry about. That's my biggest gripe with hunger. I do not like it. I do not dislike the way health is being regenerated, slowly, gradually, instead of immediately regaining your health through eating a pork chop. I don't mind that. Different kinds of food I don't mind. I just really do not like the hunger system in Minecraft because it was not built in it from the get-go, and I feel like the game lasted quite a few years without it. Suddenly, this was introduced, and that's a core change to the game. It changes how you play it. It's a bother. In the way that people do not like phantoms, because phantoms force you to sleep. Otherwise, if you're outside at night, you get constantly swarmed. That's the same with hunger for me. These two are exactly the same thing. People that discover Minecraft nowadays, I think, will have a harder difficulty understanding, I think, how it felt back then to play the game. I don't even think that I need to. I will add, of course, I think I need to add something. I will add once the end got added. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that Minecraft ever did. A final boss, a boss in Minecraft. The game was not built to have an engaging combat. I think the fact that you could just click on a monster, right, was fine. It was serviceable. There was no problem over it. It worked very well at the time. Now I didn't play the recent updates, but I did play when the combat got revamped, where you could do critical hits from hitting a mob while jumping. And frankly, all that happens then is that you're constantly doing jump attacks. There's no incentive to just attack normally. Except if you like I think it does a swipe that hits multiple mobs. That's pretty cool, but I'm pretty mixed on this edition. Now, the end. Why do I have such a problem with this? Is that it gave people something to work towards externally. But once they achieved this, I think a lot of people would just stop playing because they beat the final boss. Nothing else matters. The game went from being something that you would make goals for yourself to suddenly having a goal shoved down your throat. With the achievements leading you to discover that ending, because the achievement list was a guide to reach the end, right? I do not like that there's a boss battle in Minecraft. I don't think it fits. I don't think it's well implemented. Even nowadays, it's clunky, isn't it? Because the game is still retaining its bases that it had in beta. You can't dodge, you can't strive, you can't roll. Dark Souls-like doesn't work that well. Now you hear about the 2 weeks Minecraft phase, and what that tends to be is creating a world and making a base and finding the stronghold and going to vanquish the dragon. The same thing over and over and over again, and they drop it before recreating a new world. At least I understand that that's how it's like. I don't like this at all. Maybe through what I'm saying you may understand that it feels like two games stapled onto each other now. Like the Minecraft that is still there in a way from the beta, but that is crushed down by more realistic aspects like hunger and ghosts fighting the Ender Dragon and the Wither, exploring to find the structures, and I don't think it works super well, at least personally. And I don't know, the thing is, like, it could all be personal bias, but to me the version of Minecraft that feels the best to play is still beta 1.7.3. When times were simpler, you didn't have to worry so much, and enchantments are in the game nowadays for your gear and tools. What the fuck are enchantments doing in this game? Now, when Minecraft got experience points and enchantments and potions, you can just feel the shift in direction. Suddenly Minecraft wanted to be an action RPG, but that's not why people liked Minecraft. Now, these releases at the time were really controversial. I'm sure it turned a lot of people off, me included. Since then, I didn't play a lot of Minecraft. The lighting was different too. The glow of the torches were more orangey and all that. That could be a pro or a con, but the lighting was a bit different. The terrain generation became much more boring. Back in the beta days, the terrain could be anything. There could be floating islands or huge mountains of sand. But since then, after that, the terrain got a lot more of a biome looks like the same, if it's not of that biome. The biomes were very similar, in the same category. The mountains were the same mountains, the plains the same plains. Biomes before that were not linked to this, the elevation. It was a lot more exciting. Nowadays it's better, while still retaining a bit of the same. Because biomes will still look like any other biomes of the same kind, right? But now you have bigger mountains and bigger undergrounds, and that's pretty cool. I like the deeper underground and the bigger build limit. But still, the terrain is not as exciting, I think. It could just be me, an old man, just talking about all these, of course, the changes in textures, going from this crisp, retro look to a much smoother kind of feel nowadays. I'm not sure either how I would feel about this whole different smoother, more professional textures. Let's face it, Minecraft is not an indie game anymore. It lost its indie rough edges that were charming. It's a lot more oriented towards kids now, which is also something that I do not like. Since Microsoft bought the game, it gave Minecraft this whole it's a game for kids kind of aspect, you know. The Minecraft movie, what I heard and saw of it, was not something that was especially targeted towards people that enjoy more less meme content, right? Like more laid back adult stuff. It's very TikTok, maybe, how you would say. Kind of like modern internet culture. The game became much more oriented towards a younger audience, and that's such a shame, because it really didn't start as this, with adults making the majority of like the population back then. Now it's fine if kids play Minecraft, of course. I played my game as a kid, but it was not marketed as a kid's toy, whereas it is now. I don't know. It just this product you grew with, and it changed immensely. It's natural in a way. It's organic. The game was going to keep evolving and keeping changing. So luckily, you still have access to old version of Minecraft nowadays. So it's not a loss per se. But what Minecraft could have been if they kept in the direction of old school Minecraft, instead of wanting to do what everyone else did. Like there's a mode for Minecraft that is called Better Than Adventure, and this is a mode that took version beta 1.7.3 as a basis, and the development team of that mode, which is by now not just a mode but another branch of Minecraft in history, because they did so much work on it, is a lot more of what Minecraft felt back then, with no ending, no bosses, no villagers, because that's another thing. Before the world was wholly yours, there was this melancholic feeling of being alone. Nowadays there's so much life in the Minecraft world. You never feel alone. There's villagers, you know, like there's raids. I don't know how to feel about all this. No, it's just not what I grew up with. It's an experience. It's so funny. It's an experience that many people can relate to, probably. They spend so much time on something, and like more, it keeps being worked on, and suddenly it's a whole different product, and then they lament the old good days. I am the exact same, but at the same point, it's still just a subjective point of view, or objective, like a subjective point of view, or is it more objective? That there's something about the game that has been lost, and something else that has been shoved down its corpse. I don't know. It feels like once Notch left, it's the person that took over the development, Jeb I think he's called, just really wanted to do something different with the game. Now there's this saying that the creeper nowadays would never be added to Minecraft how it is currently. That's very true, that's very real. I don't think so either. The creeper was a fun addition. Now they wouldn't add it. Definitely not. I don't know what they would add. And most of the time, I don't really keep up too much with the updates of Minecraft, but everything feels rather pointless very often of these updates. unless there's a big update, like added a lot to the seas and, deeper caves and cliffs, higher cliffs. What, like, the things seem to serve only one purpose. But I have the feeling that back then you could do, when something was added, you could do a lot with them, with the items that were added. It's really like old man yelling at the clouds now, isn't it? Adventure maps were wonderful back then, actually. It's quite funny. Now that I think about it, Minecraft nowadays wants to be a sort of adventure map, with a beginning and an end. Back then, people were making adventure maps that are so creative, so wonderful. There were storylines even. I was a big fan of adventure maps in Minecraft, and I will repeat myself, the game wants to be an adventure in and of itself, with a point A to a point B, and you could do anything else in between. And when you play video games, and not just Minecraft, but any other RPG, and you beat the final boss and all this, and that's the credits, do you still want to play it generally? Or do you just want to stop? It's just so different. It's so different. I keep repeating myself, of course. I just realize how different the game is now. I don't want to play more than Minecraft. I don't feel comfortable playing it. I may be stuck in the past in a way, but it is just a different product. There was so much creativity, such good feelings about the game. Nowadays it's riddled with controversies and microtransactions. I mean, oh my god, the Minecraft bedrock is so bad. The market, it makes me want to puke, to be honest. All these, like gold you can buy, the mine coins, and get all the skins, like buy skins, buy bags and all that. It's not just me, right? It feels so greedy, so predatory, targeting kids and all that, and there's crossover of everything with Minecraft, Marvel and all that. It feels so icky. But I guess that's what happens when a mega corporation like Microsoft just acquires the game. They turn it into yet another corporate money machine. I understand, of course. I understand. This is the product now that appeals to people. And that's the Minecraft content nowadays too, like surviving that many days in Minecraft with my 1,000 mod packs. That there's always an end point. But just people existing and having fun in a product, in a world that was just there and didn't have a specific purpose other than just carve it, make it yours. Younger players now that get into Minecraft won't really know what it's like, I think. It could be, I could be totally wrong. I could just not know what I'm talking about, but these are the feelings I have. So what do you think about Minecraft? Do you enjoy it? Do you think the game changed? I mean, I've seen so many videos on Minecraft now that says that the game has lost its way, lost its identity, it's too complex, the textures are weird, the systems are just redundant, the progression is bad, it's so weird, and the game didn't really have a progression and was fine for it. Of course the progression would be weird, the game was never built with all that in mind. I think the game, there really was a change at a certain point, a change of direction, a whim. I don't know who is responsible. Is it Notch? Is it Jeb? Just Minecraft is a different beast, wearing the same skin, but the inside is a lot different. So this was the old man just rambling without any goal in mind. about old Minecraft and new Minecraft, the differences. I did not have bullet points, of course. Just I said what came to my mind, so I just repeated myself a lot, probably. In case your progress is saved. Thanks for dropping by this save point. I'll see you at the next save point. You can tell me what you think about Minecraft down below. The old Minecraft and new Minecraft, and if you've ever played old Minecraft, the better Minecraft as a newer player. How do you feel about it, actually? Do you understand what I mean? The magic the game had, the fog obscuring your vision, the dreamlike aspect, the uneasiness of it, because it was a game that made you feel lonely and sad. There was a melancholy about it. You were the last one in this world. Now there's a ton of villagers fucking. Well, I'll see you at the next save point. Cheers.